Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Hartman Traders. In this video I am going to be showing you how to invest in a stock on the basis of reading a company's financial statements. Now this is not related to chart patterns or graphs, or not showing any. I'm going to show you especially those a few things that you must consider before investing in a particular stock. If it's a well-known popular stock, then it's okay if you do not read those. If it's traded off, like if it's traded often, a hot cake of the like in the stock market, then it's definitely okay. But if it's a company that's not well known, that's not a hot cake, that's not known to many of the public, then go ahead and do read its financial statement. Or maybe if you are in doubt of investing in that company, like if you're not sure whether this company is is a new company, about a year ago, formed about a year ago, then do read its financial statements before investing in that company. So let's start. First of all, load this any website that shows the financial statements of a company or a stock. Now go down here. This is the statement, financial. Let me mark it. This is the financial statements. You can see this one. Now these are the previous close. This is what the open for today. Like today means the previous time when previously it opened. This was the volume that traded. Now if this volume is greater, you should take a look at if it's greater in the buy side or the sell side, meaning that buyers bought stocks in this market, or the sellers have sold that. Maybe it sometimes shows that who are already holding the stocks. Maybe it also shows that, I'm not quite sure about it, but it definitely will show that uh, how many people are holding this particular stock. This is the average volume traded often. Now this is the 1 year change, 54.73%. 1 year means from previous 1 years. Like if today is uh, 4 December 2020, it's showing the 1 year change for 4 December 2019. So it's showing the 1 year change, and the 1 year change was 54 point, meaning it has rose a bit higher, rose higher than usual from the previous dates. It rose from the higher from the previous dates. Now this was the day range for which it has traded lastly, where it closed 28.01. Yeah, 52-week range 33.55, 15.0. Now this exactly showed, this also showed the lowest and the highest for the current year. Like uh, how how down it came, like how down it came to its lowest positions, and how high it went to its highest position. These are the data you have to consider. This is the market cap, so meaning that how many shares it have allotted to the public for trading. This is the value of those allotted shares to the public. They have showed NA here, PE ratio. Now shares outstanding. These are the total shares that the company has allotted to the public, meaning to be traded in the public. Now these shares, these are the outstanding shares. Now let's see, there's another thing used, the floating shares, something like that, number of floating shares. Floating shares are those shares which are not which are left to trade, which haven't been bought by anyone. So if the number so if the number of floating shares is small, if the shares are left to trade by a smaller amount, then that's a good idea, because most of the shares have been bought by the investors, and it means that the price in that particular stock would go up. Its revenue is 1.05 billion. That's a great thing to be considered. EPS, earnings per share, negative 0.59. Now that's not a good sign. That's not a good sign. It's not showing a good sign over here. Now what stock is? It's beta dividend yield. I guess it haven't showed any dividend in the, sorry, if I load the other chart, then this will be missing. What is it? Is there any? Yes, over here. This is the investor sentiment for this. Moving average is buy, strong buy, meaning that people are buying in this market. Overall, the investors are investing in this market. Now this is the candlestick patterns. You can use them, but you can use my methods as well, which I've showed to you. Now this is this Clarivate Analytics PLC CCC. I've picked up a random stock here just to show you guys of what you can do. Now to load the other data, I don't know, like I've went through Yahoo Finance. I don't know how to use it, so I'm not going to use these at all. Now let me show you something else. Let's say if a long term debt D of a company is $300 and revenue is $1,000. Now by writing these, I mean one is long term and one is short term. In both of the cases, use this method. This should be no more than third of this, meaning that, or in this case, sorry, in this case 1/4 or 1/3, something like that, or 3. This should be the long term debt and this should be the revenue, meaning that the long term debt should exceed no more than 1/3 of the revenue, so that the company has to pay that debt, also have to focus of paying that debt as well. If it's like, let me show you one thing more. Let's say if it's like this, sorry, it's 4. It's 4. So that's not a great sign, because its debt is much more than the revenue. So you'll have to definitely consider this. But if the debt is much more than the revenue, then there's a then that company or stock would definitely go bankrupt. You'll also have to know who's the if the CEO of the particular company is worthy of running that company or not, or else someone else is fit for that company. So there are some things, also you have to consider the rumors against that company, the complaints, the scandals which occurred with that company. You will also have to consider those. Now these few things I'm going to be showing to you in the future videos, so stay tuned. Well, that's it for today. Hope you guys are enjoying my videos and want to learn more about the stock market. All I need you is to support my channel by hitting that subscribe button and comment down below, as your feedback is valuable for me. Goodbye.